What's going on, Virgo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a great week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this monthly spread this week is going to be self-growth and all the ways you can embody the best versions of yourself, Virgo. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Oh, not as smooth, but that's fine, Virgo, because your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. It's just good vibrations all around here. So, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards, and I'll be doing clarifications as need be. And of course, a good old surprise card at the end, Virgo, so don't you worry. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using the Astro Matrix Tarot deck. And I have a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Virgo. But let's go ahead and get to your first card here, which is going to represent the past. So, higher self, where has Virgo been in the past? Let's see what some past experience you've been working with, Virgo. Let's see what you've been up to. Yeah, okay. Interesting. You got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here, Virgo, and I feel like with this popping up, maybe we've been feeling kind of down on our luck. You know, maybe been feeling kind of out of whack. You know, maybe out of control of like our, of like, I don't want to say like out of our destiny, but you know what I mean. I feel like maybe we feel like we haven't. Where we're trying to maybe guide our life, you know, or maybe where we thought our ambitions were going to go. Maybe we've maybe fate has something kind of different in store. You know, maybe we've just been kind of like just been kind of been getting, I don't know how I want to put this, Virgo. You know, it's like maybe, you know, been getting some curveballs here. You know, just like I feel like life might have been a little topsy-turvy for you here. Let's get a little bit more on that. Higher self, can we clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please? Let's get a little bit more on that, Virgo. Yeah, okay. Okay. You got the Page of Swords here. And so maybe some of you, yeah, I feel like maybe we've been kind of like, maybe we've been feeling like what we've been doing it just doesn't feel like it's our calling, if that makes sense. You know, maybe that's something where for some of you in the past, you know, it's just been, there's been this lack of fulfillment, and we're just trying to think about maybe some new things that are going to expire, or that are going to inspire us. You know, maybe something that maybe we're looking into different realms, you know, maybe exploring maybe different passions that we haven't tapped into before. Maybe something new has been introduced in our life, or, you know, take that how it resonates, Virgo. But I do feel like maybe, you know, that there's been, you know, I feel like an epiphany has happened, you know, maybe like, or like a spark or something that has been kind of lit in you, Virgo, that's, you know, that wants you to go out and just like maybe try something different, or see if life has more to offer than whatever this fortune that you may be dealing with right now. So that's some deep stuff, Virgo. Look at you. Let's keep it moving. And you know what? How appropriate to be doing some introspective work, because I've been using this as an excuse, but Mercury's in retrograde, and my moon's in Gemini, and Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So, you know, maybe you know, this is a good time to do some introspective work, Virgo. Definitely with this retrograde going on right now. But let's keep it moving. Let's get to your present self here, which is going to be, the second card is going to represent your present. So you see what I mean, Virgo? Getting it together. Higher self. Where is it that Virgo's at currently on their journey here? Because I tell you, I've been serving up word salad hot and fresh. Nice. You got the Ace of Cups here, Virgo, and I like that. And I hope that that's where we're at here, because the Ace of Cups for me, you know, it's like now that we've been thinking about this thing here, I feel like we're like slowly, I feel like that maybe our how do I want to put this? Like maybe our intuition is kind of like our spidey senses are tingling in a sense. You know, I feel like maybe we've been exploring this thing. We've been maybe making some space for some stuff here because it's like when if there's been like a dissonance that you've been feeling, Virgo, and the fact that you've noticed that and you wanted to change this thing, you wanted to kind of spin this wheel, kind of adjust our fortune a little bit, then I feel like now it's like the universe is sort of like bringing in that space, or filling in that space that you've made, because when you start putting in that work, you start that beacon, you start getting off that beacon, starting to welcome in what you want, Virgo, then I feel like the universe responds in kind, and you start to get that emotional fulfillment that maybe you've been looking for in this thing, and maybe feeling a little more complete in what you're doing. I hope that makes sense. Let's get a little bit more on that. I shouldn't expect anything less, Virgo. You came in pretty profound, so let's get a little bit more on that Ace of Cups here. Higher self, can we clarify the Ace of Cups? Yeah, let's just get a little bit more on that, Virgo. Okay. You got the Six of Cups here. And so, yeah, I feel like right now we're just in this place of maybe, and I hope so, we're feeling like maybe a little bit happier now that we're taking these steps here. And I feel like maybe we're realizing too, because sometimes I think when we're getting ready to make a shift like this, maybe we're thinking like, well, we can get a little nostalgic, because that's where the Six of Cups has to deal with, nostalgia, kind of getting in that realm. And sometimes we can maybe get into this place where we kind of where we reminisce about the good old days, or our glory days, and thinking like, oh, we've peaked or we've plateaued. But the nice thing with the Six of Cups here too, that I like to say, is that this is a reminder that we can always make new memories, new glory days. You've only peaked when you've decided to, when you've stopped moving, but with this Ace of Cups here, Virgo, you're getting ready to find your fulfillment here. The growth is just beginning. So let that just like inspire you, let that keep that drive going, because I do feel like there's some good stuff here. Just keep on this track that you're going here. But let's keep this train moving, because the next card is going to represent your higher self and kind of how to get there. So, higher self, how's it that Virgo can? What are some ways that Virgo can get to their higher selves? Let's see. Let's see what are some ways Virgo can tackle that. Interesting, Virgo. You got the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. And I feel like with this popping up, maybe we're at this place where we've been maybe trying to maybe like seek, I don't want to say like that we've been, how do I want to put this? I feel like with this energy, because the three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. And I feel like maybe how to get to our higher selves is more so about, it's less about what other people think. Oh, Virgo, there's something brilliant trying to come out of here. I feel like it's less about what other people, it's less about, or it's more about how you get to your higher self than less about what other people think the route that you should take. Whew, that was a long way for me to take that, but I hope you got the nugget out of there, because I feel like maybe we were kind of concerned about what other people are thinking. Maybe it's like, does this make sense for me? Like, should I do it this way? Like, what do you think? We get to this place where we're kind of where we're relinquishing our the path, or the path we take on our journey to other people. Maybe we're putting like a little too much weight into what they think, and we should more so kind of rely, not that I feel like you should push them out, Virgo, but it's more so of like how I say at the beginning, take what resonates with you and kind of leave the rest with them, and see what applies for you. You don't have to force yourself to be any sort of thing but yourself, Virgo. I'm gonna keep that moving because I definitely kind of felt I fell in there. But I hope that makes sense because I feel like it gets to this place of it could potentially, let's say if we were like talk with a partner or something like that, and we're always like, hey, do you think I should do this, or maybe should I do this, or maybe should I do blah blah blah, and we don't make a move unless we're always constantly like second guessing ourselves here. So I feel like it's just like having more confidence in yourself, Virgo. Not necessarily shutting them out, but trusting your inner dialogue as well as much as you might trust like maybe outside dialogue. I really do hope that makes sense. Let's get to your fourth card here, which is going to represent the challenge. So higher self, what are some challenges that Virgo might be facing at this time? Let's see what's maybe preventing you from getting to this higher state. Oh, interesting, Virgo. You got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. And this is pretty, thank you, because that's exactly what I was trying to get at here. I feel like maybe we're doubting our abilities here, because the Queen of Pentacles is resourceful as all get out here. When it comes to self-growth, however this is looking like for her. She's the type that she gets her she gets her eye on the prize here. She sets her goal and then she goes out and get it. She works with the energy here. And again, she'll take she'll listen to people's advice along the way, but if it's not going to ultimately help her, again, she's taking like, oh, that's a good idea. Other stuff, she's keeping in her orbit here. She's like, when it applies, it'll apply. And I feel like with her popping up in reverse here, it's about, I feel like maybe we're not putting as much I feel like we're not trusting our strength as much as we could. You know what I mean, Virgo? I feel like you have so much potential and you have more to offer and than you think you do, But I feel like there's some kind of weird sort of confidence thing, I feel like because this is both of these cards, the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. These are both Capricorn cards here. And so I feel like it's going to be one of those things we're going to have to put in the work for this stuff. We're going to have to, I almost feel like it's just like you need to like positive reinforcement. And you don't need to do anything, Virgo. I can't tell you what to do. But I feel like it would benefit you to, and this has been kind of the theme. I was like, take a picture of the Queen of Pentacles and just plaster that on your wall, because she is boss energy here. I really do enjoy the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like once you get to understand what you're bringing to the table here, Virgo, you'll come to enjoy your powers here too. So, okay. You see, now give me a minute, I'm getting back on track, but I'll tell you what, it's, words have been hard. Let's get to your fifth card here, Virgo, now that we're cooking, which is going to be some environmental influences here. So, higher self, what are some environmental influences that Virgo might be dealing with at this time? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, interesting. You got the Eight of Wands here. And I feel like with the Eight of Wands popping up in this position, maybe maybe we're in this place of we're just kind of falling to the pressure here, because the Eight of Wands for me, it's normally a card of like, kind of like putting that stuff into action, getting that drive, things coming in fast. But I feel like maybe there's, for me, it can also be a card of like anxiety, because there's a lot of quick energy going on here. It's Mercury and Sagittarius here. And so you got Mercury, your ruler here, is about that communication, I feel like things are just maybe coming in a little too, or maybe we're just kind of feeling that pressure, because when we're thinking about where we want our destiny, what our purpose is in life, really kind of start contemplating those really deep things. That can be a lot, if we're not sure what direction to go in first. So I feel like if it's one of those things that if we're feeling that turmoil inside, that's going to bleed out into your realm here. Your environment's going to start reflecting that. So I feel like if that's resonating with you, just kind of keep eyes on that, and to not look at it. And I will say, maybe one way to kind of help with this thing, look at it from a different perspective, instead of thinking like, oh my gosh, there's so much pressure to do this thing, you know. Look at it with the excitement. Because you know what? The Queen of Pentacles in, a good example, the Queen of Pentacles in the Thoth deck. When I think about her, when you think about like new opportunities and things for growth, she's sitting on her throne and she's looking out at this like empty field here. And it's just like what she doesn't see like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do here. All she sees is opportunity and potential. And that's where I feel like, you know, that's how you want to look at this thing, Virgo. Opportunity and potential here. You know, because now it's on your brain here. You know, you want to do something more with this thing. So that's power in itself, Virgo. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's get to your 6th card here, which is going to represent some personal issues. So, higher self, what are some personal issues that Virgo might be feeling at this time? You know, it's going to represent some like fears, anxieties, you know, maybe some insecurities that we might be feeling at this time. Oh, Virgo, you got the Death card here. And I feel like with this, you know, I have, if we're worried about this transformation, you know, if we're worried about maybe having to rise up to the occasion, you know, again, you know, I feel like it has something to do with this pressure, because it's like, you know, when you want to level up, you know, that definitely comes with more responsibilities for sure. But if we're just focusing on the fact of like, oh my goodness, this means I may have to do more, I may have to do X, you know, if we're in that state of worry, you know, that's going to make this transformation just all the more, just going to make it really unpleasant here. But if we just kind of if we relax into this energy here, celebrate it like Callie's doing, you know, this is, go throw a party. This is something to celebrate. You know, Virgo's getting ready to come out of this thing. You know, you're in your cocoon right now, but you're getting ready to, when you hatch from your larva here, or from your cocoon, you're going to be a Queen of Pentacles. Look at you. This is something, and look at that, you know. Look at this party here. These ladies are getting down here. And I don't know if I mentioned, Virgo, this isn't a gender specific reading. You are all Queen of Pentacles in this scenario here. But I feel like, Virgo, it's one of those things, I know it's hard when we're in it, but just kind of relax with the energy, you know, kind of trusting your higher self, or however you connect to the source, God, Buddha, Jesus, the ancestors, you know, definitely take that as it resonates. But at the end of the day, despite how crazy she's looking in this card here, she's just so happy that you're getting ready to, of the evolution that's coming here. Because look at this, you know, where we were coming from. This is the motivator. Why wouldn't we celebrate? So let's get to your 7th card here, which is what you kind of what you feel like you should do at this time. So, higher self, what is it that Virgo feels like they should do at this time? Let's see. See, kind of like, you know, sort of like subconsciously, you know, like what's your higher self kind of telling you to do? And look at that. Didn't I say connect to the higher, to connect to the source? Because that's what the star card's about. And, well, it's one of the things that the star card's about. One, you know what, and before we even really get into this, one, if we've just been feeling just doubtful in this whole journey here, the star card is a card of hope. And it's a card also of potential, because Virgo, potential. Just littered with potential. But you got, it's about being open to that source here. Again, welcoming that transformation here. And then realizing, you know, that once you start connecting from the source here, and, you know, kind of, you know, taking these downloads here and really starting working with that energy here, you're going to be able to manifest in a way that's just going to be this wheel of fortune here. Whatever you're trying to bring to the table, you're going to be able to manifest that so much easier if we embrace this change, as opposed to working against this stuff. So I feel like if this is what you feel like you should do, definitely, you know, trust your instinct there. You know, it's higher self is trying to higher self is trying to connect with you here. You know, we trying to meet them halfway. You know what I mean? You know, it definitely makes the process a lot easier for sure. Because the thing too, when I think about the Wheel of Fortune, you know, because when I talk about connecting to the source or whatnot, it's not just about putting all your power into that. We have to do something too, because the Wheel of Fortune, just like how I had to draw this card here, fortune doesn't just fall in your lap. You know, we have to be aware of the signs, and we have to work with this energy here. So yeah, keep that in mind, Virgo. Let's get to your 8th card here, which is what you want to do, because despite all this, people can see all the potential is, but no one can tell you what to do. And you know that, Virgo. You're in a safe space here. I wouldn't tell you what to do, and I will stay with you on this journey as long as we need to. But let's get into what you want to do. Did I grab all my cards? Sorry, Virgo, I dropped a card there. But let's get to this next card here, which is what you want to do. So higher self, what is it that Virgo wants to do at this time? Let's see where you're at with this thing, Virgo. Absolutely. 6 of Wands, Virgo. So go do it right now. And you know what? Actually, yes. Take a moment and just give yourself a round of applause. Jump up out of your chair, do something to just like celebrate this thing, because you know what, you even leveled up in this thing, Virgo, because you know what, I'm giving you a freebie. You saw this, I saw it, and now we're working it out, and look at this. We got something to celebrate, because this has been a journey, dancing with Callie. As fun as it is for her, sometimes it is kind of hard work keeping up with her. But you did it. You absolutely did it. And now you're look at you. You're on your white horse, getting ready to walk up to your throne, Queen of Pentacles. So definitely celebrating that if you want to. Because I feel like, look at that. Your subconscious is lining up. What you want to do is lining up, Virgo. Go get it. And again, you don't have to. Getting this figured out, this is not going to get figured out overnight, but that's the exciting part of it, because then that gives us something to do. Because man, can you imagine just okay, you just leveled up right now, you're already Queen of Pentacles, and it's just like, oh, well, now what? You see what I mean, Virgo? This is an adventure that's getting ready to come up here, so get pumped. Let's get to your 9th card here, which is going to be a lesson from this thing, which I think we got the lesson, but let's see what else we got going on here. Higher self, what are some lessons that Virgo can get from here? And look at that, even the Queen of Sweetness came to celebrate you. Hey, baby. See, good signs all around here. What are we doing? Lessons. Nice. Didn't I say we were just coming back on your big white horse to your throne? Because look at you doing it again, Virgo. The lesson is, go out there and get it. Once you find that thing that's driving you, or even if it's just like something you're like, I wonder what X would look like. However this evolution is looking like for you. Go get that thing, Virgo, because I feel you're going to be a better version of you at the end of this thing. And not only that, but you're going to be proud of this thing. You're going to be, because look at all the Scorpion energy here. This is Knight of Cups, is Scorpio's card too. So I feel like, look at this. We had a rough night with Callie, but look at you now. Look at you all just happy, and fulfilled with all this thing. So absolutely, that's a solid lesson here. Let's bring this thing home. So the last card is going to represent some advice. So higher self, what is some advice for Virgo at this time? Let's see. Let's get some closing thoughts on this thing here. Nice. You got the 5 of Swords in reverse here, and I feel like with this, it's just kind of about the advice. It's just about really just kind of like, I feel like letting go of any sort of like that anxiety, that fear, that let's before we switch back over, let me get a clarifier on that. I have an idea, but I feel like there's a little nugget in there, because I feel like it's one of those things, as if we've been feeling kind of down and out, it's just like, Virgo, that's just part of the journey here. But let me get a little bit more on that 5 of Swords here. Higher self, can we clarify the 5 of Swords, please? Nice. You got the World in reverse here, and so I feel like, okay. So I feel like in order, because we got some big stuff that you're working with here, Virgo. I feel like when we came out thinking about our destiny and whatnot here, I feel like in order to get to our world here, kind of flip this thing on its head here, or well, flip her off her head. She's already on her head, but you know what I mean, Virgo. In order to get to the finish line here, I feel like it's like it's about this time where I feel like it's where we need to kind of get out of our way with this thing, kind of hold on, let's switch back over. How do I want to put this? We were going so strong and now I'm losing momentum. No, but I feel like with this, you know, in order to get to our finish line here, Virgo, I feel like it's going to be one of those things that we're going to need to be, again, less concerned about kind of what other people are kind of feeling about how we should navigate this journey here, and more so kind of focus on what you feel like you should do in this journey here, you know, because normally the Five of Swords is a card of card of competition, and I feel like maybe you're at this place of like, well, I know what I want, but then, you know, I want to make sure that I'm pleasing, you know, maybe my partner, you know, maybe I'm pleasing my parents, you know, pleasing, you know, trying to do all this stuff for everybody else. Just do this thing for you, Virgo. You know, this is your journey here, and then everything else will just fall into place. It's just gonna, you know, it'll fall into place in your Ace of Cups here. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I appreciate you. I think I'm gonna leave that there because yeah, I'm gonna let Queen be the example here. Come here, baby. Okay. Here, look at that. You'll get because I threw word salad at you, you'll get a lovely kitty towards your video here. But I hope that made sense, Virgo, but I think I'm going to leave it there. If you like that thing, hit that thumbs up button. You'll get subscribe. I said now I'm all distracted. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I update my videos each week. Share this thing if you know someone who may be going through the stuff here, because again, Virgo, this is some deep stuff that you were bringing here. So if you know someone who may be going through this thing, you know, share that. Let's raise that vibration. I'm all up on Facebook. Follow me there. And lastly, if you have any Cancer in your chart, or maybe know someone, or maybe dealing with someone who does, you know, check out my other channel, the Chariot and Friends. I post videos Monday through Friday. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and who knows, maybe Queen will stop by there too. But all of that housekeeping is in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here so I can get you out of here. Nice. You got the Ten of Swords here. And I feel like with this, you know, with the nice thing about the Ten of Swords, you know, if we've been feeling kind of like, especially when I feel like we're thinking about our destiny and whatnot, you know, sometimes that can kind of take us to maybe a dark place, you know, maybe kind of get us to where we're feeling kind of like at rock bottom here. But the nice thing about that is the only way for you to go is up, Virgo. And I know it's gonna be, it may seem like a daunting journey at first here, but you know, remember the end game here. You got some good motivators here. You know, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles all day, Virgo. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You know that this is not permanent. And the nice thing with this card here too is that other side, that the sun is still rising each day. So I'm gonna leave that there, Virgo. Stay safe out there. And you keep raising that vibration. And I will catch you on the next one later.